On October 22nd, 2024, Real Madrid defeated Borussia Dortmund 5-2, scoring all 5 goals after being 2-0 down in the last 30 minutes of the game. And that's Vinicius Jr., the player who many people all over the world believe to have been the wrongful second place of this year's Ballon d'Or. The 2024 Ballon d'Or has sparked an immense amount of controversy after Manchester City star Rodri won the award over Vinicius Jr. And while that topic has enough content to make its own video, there seems to be a reoccurring narrative in the relation to the Ballon d'Or. For years, the award of the best player in world football has had its fair share of controversy. From South Americans not even being included until 1995, to players like Xavi and Ribery missing out while having historic seasons, it got me thinking on the authenticity of these so-called controversies. Not too long ago, we saw Luka Modric lift the Ballon d'Or and break the streak of Messi Ronaldo's successes. While that award had its fair share of criticism, many fans were still happy with Luka Modric's triumph due to his numerous accolades and fantastic World Cup campaign. This win, however, seemed to give fans a fresh look onto the Ballon d'Or and look past the monster numbers that these two previously put up. You could argue that people's eyes are now heavily focused on players outside of Ronaldo and Messi, wondering if anyone else could continue this quote-unquote new era, but no one expected to see what was to come the following season. In the 2018-2019 season, Virgil van Dijk displayed what many fans witnessed to be the highest peak of a centre-back. He was an integral part of Liverpool's Champions League run, on top of winning the Premier League, Club World Cup, and UEFA Super Cup. The hype for Van Dijk was at an all-time high, having 15 clean sheets in the Prem, multiple awards which included the PFA Player of the Year, as well as the insane stat of no one dribbling past him that season. Many believed that he was going to win the Ballon d'Or and break the streak of attacking players that dominated the award for so long. But to the surprise of many, it was still Lionel Messi that took home the award, sending the internet into a pandemonium. Many people around the world, especially Liverpool fans, were outraged, labeling the Argentine as a thief and undeserving of the award. However, this is far from the case. Lionel Messi that year had reached a point that season that rivals some of his best ever work, and I'd argue that this run is amongst one of his best ever. That season, Lionel Messi took home the Liga, La Liga Player of the Year, top scorer of the Champions League, top scorer of Europe, had the most assists that year, which totaled to a total of 75 goal contributions in all competitions. He dragged the Barcelona team that had no reason to compete for any sort of silverware to the league title and the Spanish Super Cup. Not only did Messi do arguably better in his respective league, he also put up numbers that many people would consider generational or even not human-like. But because the world has gotten so used to Messi putting up these numbers, there are people that believe it has to be some sort of robbery. Many people will try to bring up Leo's disappointing run in the Champions League that year, as Barcelona were ironically knocked out by Van Dijk's Liverpool in a crushing 4-0 defeat. However, in response, I'd shift the blame towards Messi's team letting him down rather than a poor campaign from him. That season, Barcelona had 26 goals scored that tournament. 15 were due to the Argentines' involvement. This means that just under 60% of Barca's goals in the Champions League campaign were due to Messi's brilliance that season. Considering Leo had also made the team of the tournament and awarded the UCL top scorer, it seems the troubles in the Champions League have a bigger blame on the team rather than the individual player. This wasn't an award race of a generational defender versus a Messi offseason. Rather, it was a race between Van Dijk's brilliance versus one of the peaks of Messi's unstoppable career. That Barcelona team had zero reason to contend for anything that season, as most of their biggest names had either begun to decline in form or become known as some of the biggest transfer flops in recent memory. Yet they still won La Liga by 11 points, took home the Spanish Super Cup, and made it to the Copa del Rey finals. Comparing Messi's run to one of his past Ballon d'Or seasons, you'll see that not only does he compare to his former self, he actually succeeds him in various metrics, further emphasizing just how special this run was. Now, I'm not trying to diminish Van Dijk's incredible performances, nor do I believe all of Messi's Ballon d'Ors were 100% deserved. Without a doubt, Virgil van Dijk's run with Liverpool in 2019 has shown to be one of the highest peaks for not only a defender, but a player that year. It's just that unfortunately, as is the case with many other players, he had to play during one of the highest peaks in recent memory, proving that Messi's 2019 Ballon d'Or robbery is one of the biggest lies in football history. If you disagree with my take, feel free to leave a comment on why you think so. And if you enjoyed watching this video, take a peek through my channel to see if there's any other videos you may enjoy. You may like the one where I go through some of the best seasons in football history, finding the greatest one of them all.